Okay, we're live. What's going on, Appliance Boot Camp? This is Mike Sneed coming to you again. Man, it gets some cold weather down here in North Carolina. This past weekend, we had our hands-on course. Unfortunately, we had snow. We had several people that weren't able to get here. The flights got canceled. It pretty much kind of threw a damper on the hands-on live event because of the snowstorm that came through on the East Coast. I had one guy that was able to drive here and get here, and from there, he got special because not only did he get the appliance boot camp, but I put him in the truck or the car, and because he had been to the hands-on live event one time before, so what we was able to do, his thing was he had never been on service calls, so he got to go out on some service call, go out on a service call and fix the dryer and stuff for me, and kind of see what it was like to get out there in front of the customer to diagnose it. Just saw the whole flow how it worked. Got to stay here and we diagnosed and fixed stuff here and cleared up some things. Really, all he really needed was just the business part. So we sat down and him and I together put his business together this weekend. So when he's getting back into his place, he's up near the Maryland area, Maryland D.C. area. When he gets back today and this week, hopefully he begin to call from the third party warranty companies. We set up everything, getting this stuff set up for his CRM software. We got everything set up while he was here, so he wouldn't have any excuse when he get back there not to get those calls up and running. And we had it turned out to be a great time. It turned out to be a great time for him here. We getting snowed in, so him and I got snowed in, and like I say, with the dryers, instead of standing here working on dryers, I just if somebody called and they had a dryer to repair, we went out and repaired that dryer and showed him how much money he can make. So we went out with a dryer out of the pulley, $356. We gave them a 10% discount first time there. So I think it ended up $321 to put an out of the pulley and a roller on the dryer. He got to see, he actually fixed it. I was hoping that if he had his square up and if he had his bank account, I was gonna actually let him actually take that money and put it in his account. But unfortunately, he hadn't had his bank accounts and his squares and all that stuff set up. So I told him he missed out on it because that was my thing. I was gonna let him run some service calls if he had just Friday and Saturday. I was just gonna give him a route and just let him run some service calls and let him actually take that money from there. But either way, it turned out to be good. We had a great time. The next hands-on live event is going to be. Let me see when the next hands-on live event. Uh, Next hands-on live event is going to be on the 25th. Going to be on the 25th of February. The next hands-on live event. We got a lot of stuff that's going to be coming off on this year. We got the hands-on live event the 25th of February. This week right here, this Friday, we I'll be meeting with Mike and Slick, and we're gonna now that I'm free now, I'm not traveling to the great state of Florida and doing all the other stuff I was doing at the beginning of the year. We're gonna be talking this weekend, putting together the skilled trades camp. So starting this Friday, we're gonna be getting ready to start building our first travel trailer. We're gonna be putting that together. Also, we're gonna be having appliance boot campers going on the road. So we're gonna be having some mini appliance boot camps where I'm gonna be coming out to meet you all. My actual travel truck, my actual channel truck now is completed. So now I can do what I wanted to do, come out and visit the alumni, and to actually come to the towns where people don't have to travel so far out to get the experience. So we're gonna have several different mini appliance boot camps. The first one is gonna be in Atlanta. I'll be talking to the people in Atlanta this week and putting together a time and date. So the first mini appliance boot camp is going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be at a great price. Uh, Listen out for that. It's going to be just going to be one day, a 1 day class, and I'm going to put it together. And like I say, it's going to be for a great price for you all who want to come out and experience appliance boot camp. And like always, for the alumni, like I told you all, is free. So the alumni be able to come out. Not coming to that town. That's the reason I'm doing it. I want to see the alumni and to meet other people who want to get into the trade. So the alumni, all of it is free for the alumni, so they can show up and there's no cost. But for people who want to attend the appliance boot camp mini camps, we're gonna have that for a great price, and we're gonna be doing a couple of them. I'm gonna try to do one in Atlanta. I do one down in Florida. I do one up north near New Jersey. We got New Jersey, Philadelphia area, maybe in D.C., Maryland area. We got a lot of people there. I'm going out to the Midwest. I got to go out to Detroit because we got so many people, so many alumni down in Detroit. We'll come down to Texas. I'll be out in Ohio, Cincinnati, in particular, because I'm gonna be out there at One Stop Mike, go see his ice cream parlor, and then I'll be heading out to the West Coast. So I'll be heading out to the West Coast, coming down there. So we're gonna be on the road traveling. I hope to be able to get to bring the truck and all that stuff out there, and it'll be a great time. So I'm in the process of putting that together. Also, what we're gonna have an ice cream camp. We have several people who are starting their ice cream parlor business. So also we're gonna do an ice cream camp where we'll have a 2 day camp where people who's interested in doing the ice cream parlor, they can come here and they'll actually come to the ice cream parlor, and I'll show them how everything works. They get be able to make some ice cream, be able to see how the ice cream parlor business functions, and if they're interested, they can go start their own ice cream parlor. So we'll have that coming up too. So we got a lot of stuff coming up in 2022. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited, and that kind of follows into what I'm getting ready to say for the topic that we have today. The topic we have is focus, and this right here is coming from no other than Slick. Slick is the guy that gave me this information. This from the book of Slick. Focus. Follow one course until successful. And what we're doing, like I said, I had one guy who he had came to the appliance boot camp almost a year ago. He came almost a year ago, and and instead of him actually going out and starting his business, he went out and got a job. Worked that job for about a year, and then unfortunately the job ended, and then he came back to appliance boot camp to get refreshed to get back out there. But I wanted I'm happy he came back, but also I was sad because I told him he left so much money on the table by not going out there and following the blueprint. He could have been over the hard part, and that was the thing too. While I wanted him to go out there and run some service calls to show him it wasn't that hard. He could get out there and do it. So same thing that he would have done in if he was actually doing it for himself. I got a service call that came. I got a phone call that came in. A dryer, a Samsung dryer, gave him the model serial, and he what's it called? He looked it up and he pre-gamed here and done all the pre-game that he needed here. Figured out that the noise and stuff probably was the idler pulley and the roller and the belt. We grabbed the parts. I drove him out to the customer house. I told the customer, "Hey, we're actually training. It's okay if he come in." Yeah, and I let him fix it. He went there and he fixed it and done a great job. And he got to see just how the process works. And it was funny because he was here and he had put it off for a year. And then I had Mr. Bolin. Mr. Bolin I call him Bowling. I hope I might be missing his name up. But Bowling Genesis Services. He has a appliance repair business right here in Clayton. Also, he started his appliance repair business uh, probably a little less than a month ago. He started it in December. Now he was an engineer, and he was making over six figures, and he told his story in here. All of us in here talking, and he told his story. You know, he was tired of being an engineer, tired of working these long hours, and he wanted to get out of corporate America and spend time with his family. He took the course. He followed the blueprint, and in less than a month, he had quit his six-figure engineering job, and he came here Friday to hang out with us. We was helping him pregame and getting him ready to go out to do that service call. But we sitting there talking, and like he had told him, say, hey, he had done three stops that day, and I think he made like $500, $600, and he said, and it was like one, maybe 2 o'clock when he got here. He said he went home, ate lunch with his family, and then he said, "Hey, he gonna ride down and check us out." So he came on down here, and we sat down here and talked and stuff. And he said, "Man, he never could have dreamed that he could make that type of money and still have time to be home with his family and his kids and eating lunch and stuff with his family and kids and stuff." He got six kids, and he said, "Man, he was missing out on stuff. Now he there with the family and stuff, and he was telling us about the contract he signed with his family. Like all of us, we like to have toys and stuff. But he told his families that he couldn't buy any toys for I think 3 years or 4 years if they would support him in his business, and that so he all the money that's coming into the business is going right back and getting plowed back into their family. So he said he got to get the family to a certain position. Once they get to that certain position, then he can go back and buy him some toys. And it was good to sit there and talk to him, and for him to be able to talk to that guy too and find out that he could have done that he could in less than a month he could have been up running his own business and doing the same thing, but because he uh he didn't follow the course, it threw him off. And I know it's hard these days. You got so much stuff coming at you. So what happened? Uh, you not only did he not follow the appliance, but there's not no knock or anything to him. He's going to do a great job. Like I told him, he's more technical than anybody I ever seen. He like I told him, you have taken enough courses. You don't need to take another course. You don't need to go out and take another course. He's done he's HVAC. He's taking courses in HVAC. He's taken pest control. He's done pest control. He took a job with doing garage doors, so he know how to install and repair garage doors and openers, and he the appliance repair. If you name it, something on the internet that people are saying that make money, he's doing it. He done jumped into doing it. But that's the thing. He's falling to the course because you got all these people. You got people talking about appliance repair. You got people talking about Toro. You got people talking about house flipping. You got people talking about pallet business, medical scripts, and trucking and carrier. You got all this stuff of people just constantly putting out information about how to make money. That if you're not careful, you're gonna be constantly going back and forth, trying to thinking you're missing out on something. And that's kind of where he was at because his thing was he took a job with a actual garage door company, repairing and installing garage doors, and the guy who owned the company was his same age. So I said, you want to work for him, you could have done it for yourself. But the mentality of him thinking, well, I can go here work for him and learn the trade, and then once I learn the trade, then I'm good, and I can move on then and have appliance repair and double up. But it never works like that. It never works like that. And I'll tell you why in a second. And but going back to you got all this information of people throwing all these different businesses at you all the time, and you send all the money um, everything coming at you. But then you just say just for appliance repair. If you get into appliance repair, look at all the different avenues. Once you decide I want to do appliance repair, then you got dryer vent cleaning. The dryer vent cleaning. He was here, and I was talking to one of the guys. That all he does is dryer vent cleaning. He doesn't do appliance repair. All he does is dryer vent cleaning. He does it, excuse me, at high rise apartments and condos and townhomes, and we're I was helping him figure out his cost of doing business because he had just got he had just got offered a bid. When he got a bid, he got in to do 330 apartment complex, a high end apartment complex, a townhome, 330 units. He got 330 units, and he got 2 weeks to complete it. He got like 4 or 5 guys to work for him, but they got 2 weeks to complete it, and it's $18,000, 18,000, I think $400. They are paying him to go do that, and on the surface it looked good, but we wanted to actually really work his numbers so we make sure that so going forward he'll know the minimum that he could actually charge to actually break even. It looked like he's gonna make money on that from on the surface, but I was giving him the cost of doing business Excel spreadsheet so that we could figure it out. But he got to hear that guy, and then you start to think, man, you're gonna make in 2 weeks he gonna clear after he pay everybody, he's gonna probably clear about maybe about 14, 15 thousand dollars, and you start thinking about that, man. Just clean the dryer vents, like so. You can think dryer vents. Then you got people who flipping appliances. So if I'm looking at somebody flipping appliances, I'm gonna look and I'm gonna see Gabe on there, washer and dryer money. I might see Reginald Williams on there, um, washer and dryer fix it, and I said, man, I need to be flipping appliances. We be flipping appliances. And then if you once you decide you want to go into just the appliance repair business, then you got the commercial appliances, you got the residential appliances, then you got the warranty work, you got COD, you got property management, you got to decide if you one or two man shop, and then you say, oh man, I need to grow it to have a huge shop, and do I need subs? Do I need W-2? You got all these different avenues you need to go to, and the choice become endless to the point that you just constantly just turning in circles, and it overwhelms new people. And the best advice I have, just choose one. If you want to do flipping appliances and stuff, and you can make a bunch of money flipping appliances, but you need to choose one and follow that course. If you want, like I told him, if he wants to do pest control, if he wants to do garage doors, if he want to do HVAC or whatever, just choose one of those avenues and just follow it and lock it in. You're not going to be able to go back and forth, especially appliance repair, and you're not going to be able you're not going to be appliance repair. You're not going to be able to start your. I don't think so. I don't think so. That you'll be able to start your own business and from appliance repair by going out working for somebody. And the reason I don't think you can, um, for one, that's not how what we call I learned the trade. I didn't learn the trade by going out riding with nobody. I learned the trade when I went to Sears. They gave me 2 days, I think it was maybe 1 or 2 days, not not to actually get out there and actually learn the trade, but they just wanted me to learn how to fill out the invoice. That's they'll show me how to fill out the invoice, and by that time the pagers was just coming out. They're showing me how to work the pager. So I had 2 days of riding with somebody showing me how to fill out the invoice, how to use their code numbers and stuff like that. That was it. After that, you was gone. They put you on the truck, and I was out running service calls the next day. And back then it wasn't no YouTube that you could go look at and actually find out what's going on. It wasn't no cell phone. You couldn't get on no cell phone and call nobody, especially no video phone. where I can actually sit and look and see what you're looking at. It won't none of that. Only time that you had time to get some type of advice from somebody was early in the morning. Early in the morning when you got there that morning in the shop, all the technicians be at the shop and you be making your phone calls telling people what time you're going to get there. And there you can actually start asking people, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And the senior techs, if they felt like it, they'll tell you. Otherwise, man, I ain't getting paid to do your stuff. You do it yourself. I got to get here and go. So they sometimes they would do it. And if you was lucky enough to get somebody who halfway thought something about you, I want to thank. I remember Dupree and Marty, and I forget the other guy. Dupree, Marty, and it was another African American man that actually would help me out, and they would actually swap off some calls with me. They'll look at that call, so nah, you can't do that one yet, man. You take these couple of calls, and you run these. I'm gonna run this one right here. You don't know what you're doing on this. So they would actually swap some calls with me. But other than that, you had to tote your own. You had to tote your own weight, and you learn quick, and you just got thrown out to the wolves. And so that's how I learned, and I thought that was the best way for me to learn, to get thrown out there and actually learn it that way. But I was mechanically inclined, and fixing stuff came real easy to me. Now the second reason why I don't think you're gonna learn riding with nobody, because in order to learn this trade, if you're and you're gonna run your own business, it's going to require you to spend uh, several hours every night pre gaming for the next day calls coming up. And if you're working for somebody, you're not going to be studying and pre gaming for the next calls coming up. You just going to show up that next morning. They're going to tell you what to do. When you get off the clock, you off the clock. You ain't thinking about that work no more. And some people might say, "No, I will be doing." No, you're not going to do it. You're not going to be studying. We can go back and look at the high school grades you had. You ain't doing no studying at night, and you sure enough ain't going to be doing no studying for nobody else's job. You show because the person, the job that you're working for, is not going to give you the work orders before they come out. They're not going to give you the model and numbers and stuff 2 or 3 days ahead of time, and you out there pre-gaming. They're not going to do it. If you're working for somebody like tonight, about 9 o'clock, my the calls for tomorrow for my subs, they go on work is. My subs ain't gonna look at them until tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock when they wake up on 8:30, 9 o'clock when they wake up, they'll see their routes and they go run them then. They're not gonna get up tonight and say, hey, I'm gonna pregame and this and that. They don't care. I do the pregaming for them. I look at the calls when they come in, and from there I write on there, go buy Cashwell appliances and pick up a heater element. Or I tell them, take this part with you. I do the pre-gaming. They don't do the pre-gaming. They can fix it themselves when they get there, but all the pre-gaming that they need, the stuff they need to pick up, I do that for them. So the same thing gonna happen with you. If you go work for somebody, the person that you're working for, they're gonna do the pre-gaming for you. You're not gonna be up there studying and figuring this stuff out. And that's the key element of making this thing work. What making this thing work is what the main ingredient that you need to make this appliance repair business, if you came through appliance boot camp, work for you, is the fact that you don't go out and work for nobody. The fact that you learn how to read that service manual, you learn how to pregame, and you go out there and do it. You're gonna have to, that's the way you're gonna do it. You have to go ahead, start off with third party warranty calls, and then one or two stops and work your way up. That's the only way this thing works. You ain't gonna be able to side skirt it and say I don't go ride with somebody and learn that way. You be riding for that person for a year. Um, just ask anybody. I'll never forget and when Mr. O when Mr. O came to the class 2 years ago. He came to the class, and it was another young guy came with Mr. O, and we kept telling him go start this for Mr. O. Mr. O and them started. They started the exact same time. I mean, they started the exact same time. Mr. O, him and Mr. O, neither one of them had experience fixing appliances. Mr. O said he gonna follow the blueprint. This guy, no, I just can't do that. I need to ride with somebody. I know me. I know how I learn. he what's it called? He went to Sears, got a job at Sears. I know it was maybe a year, maybe 2 years. He was still working at Sears, and he still was he still hadn't learned enough to go out on his own to start his own business. At the same time, they had a guy that was supposedly training him at Sears. This is the honest to God truth. They had a guy that supposedly training him at Sears, and Mr. O was Mr. O. And this guy had been working at Sears for years and years and years, and Mr. O was training, was giving them advice, telling them how to fix stuff. Because that guy, the same way Mr. O was studying, Mr. O was thoroughly immersed in it and running his business, and Mr. O, they was coming to Mr. O for advice on how to get out of that truck and how to start a business and how to fix stuff. And it was crazy. And he finally got out, but he got into that truck for a year and he regretted it. He said, I should have done like Mr. O. I should have just left and went out there. But I thought I had to go get in that truck and went got a job at Sears, and they had him locked in. He couldn't get out. He couldn't get out. And then they just put him on. They just put him on just dishwashers and stuff. And he never. And then when they put him on dishwashers, he wasn't getting his confidence up to fix the dishwasher. Even the guy that was training him didn't could hardly fix them. They're going to Mr. O, and so that's why you have to get out there. The thing that you gotta break is the fact of you being scared to go out there. You're going to have to get uncomfortable with this, and you go out there. And once I'm telling you, once you go out there and you crack that code and you start making some money, and you start saying, "Hey, I don't have to work no 8 hours a day to make a living. I don't need to be out here. It don't take much to feed me and my family. I can go out here and kill one or two rabbits and go back home and we good. You can go out here, you can start enjoying life. Um, you can get out here and you can really start enjoying life. I'm not saying enjoying life. I mean, like today, I've went for I usually try not to do any service calls or anything the day, the Monday or anything after the hands-on live event. Usually I'm pretty tired. But today I was at home and I was working on my wife's car. I had to change the battery in that, and then I was getting one of my service vans, getting that ready. And my neighbors saw me saw me at home. They done the old school trick. They called me. What you doing, Smeed? Nothing. Just I'm hanging out here. Oh, you got time to come by and look look at my refrigerator and wash it? Oh, yeah. Give me a few minutes. I'll come up there. So I go up there. I'm looking. I'm fixing her. Her ice maker is bad, and she got a washer. I'm looking at that. Then next thing I know, I walk out. My other neighbor called me. Hey, I'm glad to see you. You ordered that part. Your guy came over here last week, ordered that part. It came in on Saturday. You mind coming over and putting it in? So now I got to go there and fix her washer. And I ended up doing 3 stops and right around the corner of my house. Just my neighbor saw me at home, and they just called. He's at home. Let's get him to fix it. So and that's what it is. I went home and before 10 o'clock, I made like $600 before 10 o'clock. Matter of fact, I hadn't even really took a bath yet. I made $600 because I was out there changing the battery in my wife's car. My neighbor saw me, and then the next neighbor saw me. I just went out there and made the money, and then after that, I was done. I went and washed the cars and done some other stuff and came on back home. And that's what you're gonna be able to do. You're gonna find out you're gonna be just like Mr. Boland, where he said, "Hey, I go ahead and do 3 stops. I made $400 or $500. I can come home and eat dinner, eat lunch with my kids and my wife, and not be tired, and enjoy this life that I have." He got 6 kids, and he just think how his wife feel now. They got 6 kids, and now he can come home and help out with the schoolwork and do all this stuff. No, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. If you want to come on to the come on, that's the actual link to come on to the actual show. I'm gonna read some of the stuff we got going on in the chat, and then I'm gonna be getting out. But like I say, coming up this year, we're gonna have some mini camps. I'm gonna actually get out and come visit some of the different places where we have a lot of alumni. We're gonna do mini camps there. So for the alumni, like I say, the alumni is free. We're gonna have special pricing for those actual mini camps. Those mini camps for people who want to come out. I give more give more input on it in the next week or so to come. But those going to be just 1 day camps. The first one I'm looking at going to be in Atlanta. I'll be talking to the actual place where we're going to have it at this week, and we're going to put together a time. But we're gonna get out, and like I say, they finally finished up my truck, and so I can get out here now and come visit everybody with the channel truck. So hit the like button, please. Yeah, please do. Like I say, we got the skilled trades handicap. I say handicap. We got the skilled trades boot camp coming up too with the actual travel trailer. We're actually going to be talking with that on Friday and putting that together. Quentin Hodge, hey Mike and ABC fam, hey how you doing? Michael Campbell, hey Mike and ABC fam, hey how you doing? Shimon oh 05 Line, salute the Grandmaster Mike and ABC family. Hey, how you doing? Lucas Cabada. I think I got it right. Hello, Mike from Oakland, California. Okay. I hope sometime when I'm gonna try to plan. I'm gonna plan to get on the West Coast, probably about the end of next year. So that way, I'm not working my way back. I can hit just the Ashby's in San Antonio on my way back. So that's the way I'm planning on working that. A9 got the funk. My man is sitting on the gold mine of skills. HVAC, garage doors, appliance repair. Take action. The courage to come. Yeah, he is. He is. Very smart guy. I mean, very intelligent guy. Very intelligent guy. He's gonna do well. He just all he needs to do is just get started. Marcus Harris. Hey, what's up, Mike? ABC fan. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, DCNL? All right. Father figure. He's trying to be, and yeah, that's pretty much what happened. He's too wide, and he's not narrowing it in on one actual trade, and becomes like a handyman. Which I told him you can make a lot of money being a handyman, but you need to find a handyman course or somebody who does handyman to actually show you how to do it. But you can make a lot of money being a handyman. DCNF say, "What's up, fam? Hey, how you doing?" Yep. All right. They networking. Yep. One fix at a time. That's it. My apps. What's up, Mike and ABC fam? The parts supply from the warranty company is arriving slowly. Dealing with angry customers is not fun. Yeah, they are. I got one ice maker. They done sent it to me twice. I think it's the same ice maker. I sent it back, and every time it came was broken. So what I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna put some tape or put something on there to see if they sending me the same one back. It's showing they only have like one or two in stock. I'm sending that one back saying it's broken. I think they sent me the same one back. That's the link if you'd like to come on to the show. Greg B. Yeah, you're not going to elevate if you step up. You're not. Yeah, you can't elevate if you don't step outside your comfort zone. Yeah, no doubt. You got to step outside your comfort zone and grow and to elevate. If you always do what's comfortable, and if you think you're gonna you think you're gonna if you think you're gonna be able to have growth without no struggle, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's kind of like that little caterpillar that when you gotta get through that cocoon. A lot of times when the opening for that little cocoon is very very tiny, and that caterpillar has to squeeze through there, and you have to struggle. And like Frederick Douglass says, where there's no struggle, there's no progress. What happened? He's squeezing through that little cocoon, and in the process of him squeezing through that cocoon, it forces all the fluid in his body into his wings, and and so he has a very small body from uh, squeezing through that little opening and his body becomes real small. All the fluid and stuff go to his wings, so his wings become really big. So now he got big wings and a small body. He can fly. Now, if you what's call, you see him trying to go through that cocoon and he's struggling. If you actually take something and actually open up that cocoon so he doesn't have to struggle through there, when he come out, he gonna have a big body and small wings. He can't never fly. You gonna handicap him. But that's the same thing happen with people. If you don't let people struggle and figure their way out, what happens? You handicap them. They don't never be able to make it on their own, to fly and soar and make it on their own because you have handicapped them. You took away the struggle. The struggle is what makes it. The struggle is what makes what is what separates the good, separates the strong from the weak. You gotta have that struggle, or else you have a lot of bad businesses out there, a lot of bad products. You gotta have that struggle to get through it. All right. Yeah, I'm late. I didn't get a notification. Yeah, they do that sometimes. They caught you. Yeah, they caught me slipping. It's funny. It's funny, man. It's so funny. Uh, my neighbors know. I tell them now. Um, I don't bring my service vans home because if I bring my service vans home, I have people walking down there knocking on the door asking me to come fix stuff. So now I don't bring my. I haven't brought a service van home in about maybe 2 or 3 years because of that. Because of that, and I want them to go online to actually schedule. I love doing their work and stuff, but when I get home, I'm tired, and they see me come home with a service van. Oh, they say, oh, he here now. He got his van. Come fix something. So they start knocking on the door for you to come fix stuff. I love my neighbors watching. I love fixing y'all stuff, but I have to have boundaries of when I can do it. It gotta be between these times and these dates. So they know to go online and schedule. Well, sometimes they look at it and they say, "Man, he just next door. Why I need to just go schedule? I just catch him when he's home." So what happened? I don't never bring my service vans home. So when they see me, they ask me, "Okay, you go look at something." I ain't got no van and no tools with me. Go online and schedule and somebody come here and fix it. I want my subs to come. But today, like I said, I got my stuff there because my wife wake up this morning and go to crank up her car and it won't crank and the battery's there and I go open up and the battery's puffed up like a watermelon. So I know if she need a new battery. So I brought my service van and stuff home so I could change the battery and they saw it. That's when they saw it. They said, "Oh, he got his van in here. I needed him to fix some stuff." So, but it was good. It was good. Uh, and I got to talk to my neighbors. I got to talk to them, so that was good too. I just got the second broken ice maker. Oh, you did too. I just got the second broken ice maker for a job. The first time it wasn't even the right ice maker, and it was broken. Yeah, something's going on. These ice, that I swear, I think they sending me the same one. Oh, everybody's finding me. Yeah, I have to send back an ice maker back to Mark home. First time I got a lift. Yeah, I'm wondering if they just sending out broken ice makers. Warranty company sent the wrong pump for one order. Another one missing screws had to order separately, and some parts have been back ordered since early. Yeah, yeah, early December. Yeah, yeah. I had the same thing. Some of the warranty companies are calling me, asking me, "Hey, these parts are back ordered, and they say it won't be here until till like what February till like March. Do you have parts that you can put on?" I don't have any parts. Whenever you give them to me, I'll go put them on. But yeah, yeah, parts. Some of them are coming back, but some of them are getting harder to get. Some of them getting harder to get. But it's a good thing for us. I had a guy had a door switch where the door hinge. He has his mom lives in a retirement village, and sometimes the older people when they got a front load washer, when they open the door, they lean on the door and they actually they'll break the hinges on it. Then when the hinge can't close, the water leak out the front. So anyway, we he called us to go fix it for his mom, and it's like $400 to fix that. And they were like, "Nah, I'm just gonna go buy a new washer. Thank you. Okay, no problem." He called me back today. Man, you know how much they ask for for a washing machine? You crazy? They're crazy. Yeah, go ahead and fix it. Yeah, cause even let me see if I got my receipt. Did I throw it away? I might have thrown it away. Crap, I threw it away. Well, anyway, the receipt for my I had to go buy for one of the um for one of the daggone property management companies. They wanted me to go buy a washing machine, just a man washing machine that used to be like $300 some. The cheapest one that thing was like almost $500 just for that cheap washing machine. And then if you had to have it delivered, that was an extra $30. It was about right at about $600 just for a cheap washing machine. Yeah, the prices are going up on the appliances. I went and looked at the refrigerators, something like a cheap what we used to call the top bottom, where the freezer's at the top, refrigerator at the bottom. That's right at $1,000 or more now. There's no cheap appliances out here now. I feel better about my prices. At one point in time, like I say, you go there for a front load wash machine, the door hinges, $400 some. Sometimes you'd be like, I wonder if they're gonna do that or fix it. Now it's a good price to fix it. It's a good price to fix it. And then if you go to Lowe's, they don't have anything in stock where you can pick them up. All they got is just the floor display. Everything else got to be ordered if they can order. They ain't got no refrigerators. You can forget about refrigerators. They don't have any of those. So now our repairs are a lot more, a lot more feasible to get it repaired. Uh, Torch appliance repair. What's up, Mike? How you deal with customers who watch YouTube and then think they know how what the problem and they stand over you? It don't bother me. If you have that problem now, you can now it's easy. You can just say, hey, because of COVID, we can't be in the room with anybody. You can then they gotta leave. So you good there to keep them off your back. But nah, I don't have that problem. I get this all the time, especially now the LG refrigerator. Um, Somebody called me. I got LG refrigerator, and it needs some. They always call it antifreeze. Somebody told me it needs some antifreeze in it. How much you charge to put antifreeze in it? Well, if it's leaked out the refrigerant, then you got a leak. We need to find out where the leak is at and fix it. We charge 850 plus parts. 850 plus parts, yeah. All you gotta do is just I saw it on YouTube. All you gotta do is just put the antifreeze. Go to the Walmart and buy a can of antifreeze and put in there. Okay, go ahead and do it. Um, Matter of fact, the guy who was here this weekend, I had got a refrigerator, a free refrigerator off of Facebook Marketplace, where he said he had somebody try to put a compressor on it, I wanted to have it in the shop, so we worked on it and fixed it. So we go there and it got the it, we I showed him how to fix it too. He fixed that one also. With that one, you go there and the control board is blinking 7 times. Compressor, and I go there and look, and I put my gauges on it. I can see where he put the thing. So I thought maybe he had a leak. At first, I thought maybe he didn't move the act because it had two problems. One, when you change the LG compressors, you got to turn that connector 45 degrees. So we turned the connector. I looked at it. I saw this guy forgot to turn the connector on. So I turned the connector 45 degrees, put it back in there, plugged it up. Compressor turned on. Okay, we're good. Now after about a minute, the compressor shuts back off. I said, dang, gone, we got a restriction in here. I'm thinking maybe he got a block in there. So I get my gauges, I put my gauges in it on it, and it's in a vacuum. It threw me because I said, what in the world is thinking of a vacuum on both sides? Is in a vacuum, a deep vacuum, and I can't figure out. I'm thinking, I said, what's going on? Is it a restriction and and I can understand a vacuum on one side on a restriction, but both sides in a deep vacuum, and I don't have no three-way valves or nothing like that. And so I said, let me see something, and I cracked the gauge open, and nothing came out. I said, dang, going, the guy forgot to charge it up. So I not only did he put the connector on wrong, but I guess when he put the connector on wrong and the compressor, I don't know what he was thinking, but he didn't put no refrigerant in it. He poured a vacuum and didn't put no refrigerant in it. So I put the connector on, and then we filled it up with refrigerant. It worked fine. It worked fine after that. But yeah, but that's what happens when they try to do it themselves. And some stuff you just can't do it yourself. Um, like my neighbor washing machine. She got this Samsung washing machine. To put it into diagnostic mode, you got to read that stuff. You got to turn it to delay, start for seven. You got to turn delay start to 17 hours, and then you have to hold the start button for 7 seconds, and then it comes into diagnostic mode, and then they don't say to go to high speed spin. They don't say spin. They say do dehydration test. You'd be like, what in the world is dehydration? And so I hit the test. I'm looking to make it spin to see if I heard the Baron actually making a noise, and it's spinning. I said, what is dehydration? So I turned it to there, and it spins up. And then I thought about it. They talk about dehydration, removing the water. No, it spins. They call it dehydration. I said, this is some crazy stuff. Whoever doing the translating or writing these service manuals, man, good lord. But yeah, so sometimes you know what you want to do, but just finding the syntax kill you. So Lord help if somebody a homeowner come in there and don't know what he's doing, you no way you can figure that stuff out. Because I look at it now, it's kind of like uh, kind of like I look at it kind of like when I used to write code. When I used to write code, I could write the code. Once you know one programming language, you pretty much know every programming language. All the thing you got to do is just figure out the syntax because you know what you want to do, but you got to find the correct syntax to do it. So if I want to do like a pipe, if I want to grab a word and grab a command and pipe it into something else, I know what I want to do, but I just don't know the syntax. So I just have to find the syntax. Well, that same thing with the appliances. You know what you want to do, but you just have to find the right syntax, the right steps to do it. You know you want to go into a high speed spin, but then fighting through there trying to find through the putting it into diagnostic mode and then fighting through the syntax is a job all in itself. A9 Dr. Funk. I think I read Whirlpool is on the back order as far as possible. Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them are. Hey, what's going on, Slick? Father figure. Yeah, I had a Whirlpool microwave today. The magnetron is not even in production. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. But I love it, man. I love it. I love this appliance repair business. I love it. Uh, I'll tell you, can't go. I had one this past weekend. They clamped a pipe tap to the flexible bread line under the sink. Uh, man, they told me they watched videos on YouTube how to start a water line. Oh my God! Yeah, let me tell you this too. I had one of these too. These people. This is another thing too. They're looking at these. They're looking at these. I don't know if they're looking at Etsy or they're looking at all this stuff with the home garden shows and stuff. And what they're doing, this is the second one I went to. Uh, they take their laundry room. So here in one neighborhood, what they do, they have the laundry rooms. You come off the garage. So when you come off the garage, come into the garage, they have the you go into this door, and the first door you go into after the garage is the laundry room. They have this big laundry room, and then from the laundry room you walk into the kitchen and get into the house. Well, somebody done told these people in this community, take that laundry room and turn it into a what's it called? Turn it into a pantry. So what they do, they put all these stuff, all this food cabinets, and they put a new refrigerator in there. They turn their laundry room into a pantry. And what they do, they take two water hoses and connect them to the water lines where the water wash and dry was. They come to the wall, they cut a hole in the drywall and put this like the drywall to pass through drywall. You can put these like plastic things, keep stuff in here. So they put the water hose from there, run it through, cut a hole through the drywall, take it to the garage, and they get a extended drain pipe, and they take it and take the drain pipe on the back of the washer, put a connector on it with an extended one, and go to the drain pipe back inside of the house. Well, no, in Florida, it probably works very well in Florida and Texas and stuff. But this weekend in North Carolina, it got in the tens. It got way below freezing. And that garage is not heated. I've done three of them the last couple of weeks. You go there, and they said that my washing machine ain't working anymore. And I go there and I turn it on to let the water come in, and you just hear it humming. I said, where's your water's froze? How did that get froze? Because you got it in the garage. I don't understand how it get froze. It's below 32 degrees in your garage at night, and it's frozen. But I still don't understand why it got froze. I got it. The water is inside the house where it's coming from. How it get frozen in the garage? And me trying to explain to them that the water line is coming from out the house and coming into the garage is not insulated, it's not heated, it freezes. And I tell them you need to turn it off because when it unthaws, it might have bust the water valve, or it might bust the drain pump. And I can't get that through their heads. They just can't seem to understand that. And then the same thing. I had one guy gave. Well, it's funny. One guy gave us a washing machine. He went out and bought a new washing machine and gave me the direct drive. I said, man, I got a great direct drive. So he had it. He done that. Put it in the garage. So I brought it in for the guy the other day that was here. We're gonna let him show how direct drive is so he can fix it. We turn it on and it's just the motor is stuck. It won't turn. And I'm trying to figure out I'm thinking maybe a sock or something is stuck in the drain pump and it's keeping the motor from turning. So I pull the drain pump off and I take it off, and the drain pump is froze with nothing but ice in there. So I run the drain. I said, "Oh man, that's the problem. It was froze." So I run the hot water in the drain pump, get the drain pump off, put it back on, turn it on, and it's still stuck. I said, "What's going on?" Then we grab the tub and we can't spin it. Then we realize water is setting up under that tub, and the tub has frozen. From being so cold out there, the tub is frozen and you can't turn it. So that's what was wrong. That's the only thing that was wrong with the wash machine. We let it sit here overnight. I came in this morning; it's working like a champ. But I'm gonna call them and tell them, hey man, be careful that new wash machine you got in there. It's gonna freeze. You better put a heater or something in there. Yeah, that stuff don't work. But that's what happened. People look at the internet and look at that and go try to do this stuff, and it causes more problems. No, and like I say, I like it because we get paid. 89 Dr. Funk. Let's see. Yeah, 89 Dr. Funk. Mike, I know that reading the text sheet and hitting the buttons in order to put it into dimension is a yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I wasn't successful on a dishwasher. I had to get creative on the diagnostic. Yep, yeah, it is. Man, I'll never forget. I'll never forget. One of the first appliance boot camps we done. I had an older man one time. He was like in his 80s, and and I was trying to get him to get the you know sometimes as you get older, you have not only do you have to fight learning machines, you got to fight learning the actual learning the digital divide, learning how to work with computers and stuff. And I remember trying to show him how to put something in diagnostic mode, and it was just a struggle. It was a struggle because for one, you got only got a certain amount of time to do it, and he couldn't do it. Lewis White. Mike, to do seal systems, what cert for refrigeration do I need? Could you easily do it two a day, Monday through Friday? Think Cali charges more also. You're gonna need an EPA certification. I forget exactly which one if it's type one or type two. I just get the universal so you can do everything. Get an EPA certification. That's all you need. Can you do two a day, Monday through Friday? Yeah, you can if you want to. I don't. If I'm doing sales systems, I'm only gonna do one. I've jumped out there, done two a day. I'm just too wore out. In my younger days, I probably could have done two a day, but I'm just wore out, and I can go out there and make $850 in a couple of hours and come back home. I'm happy. But yeah, you can do it. Even talking to some of the younger guys who really good at the seal system. I think I was talking to Gerard at the Ashley's, and Gerard said the same thing. Man, he only wants to do one. He only wants to do one a day. Seal system. He come on in. But yeah, you could do two a day. You could do two a day. The old socket and drain pump. Yep, yep. Student of info. Hey guys, I have a GE washer that's leaking and making a jet engine noise during spin cycle. Any one of these issues are relevant, maybe due to a failure of a single part. Go out there and take a look. If it sounds like a jet engine during the spin cycle, more than likely going to be a tub bearing. Go there and check it out. And if it's a top load one, more than likely it is a tub bearing. And you're not going to be able to pull that tub. If it's the one that I'm thinking about is the newer one, you're not going to be able to pull the inside tub away from it. Just buy the whole assembly and put it in there. Yep, there you go. Uh, Engineered appliance repair. Most likely your tub bearings or gear cases fail due to the tub seal leaking water into the bearings. Yep, there you go. Uh, yep, makes a lot of sense. Yep, there you go. See, that's what I'm saying. Once you get out here and start doing the appliance repair, um, after about a year or two, you pretty much know just somebody telling you what's going on. You pretty much know what's wrong with the appliance. Um, the first year or two, first 6 months to a year, you learning the appliances. You learning how to fix them. After about a year, you pretty good at fixing them, and your skill levels up, and your confidence is up. Now here comes the hard part, where now you got to turn it into a business. Um, and that's when it really gets. I think that's when the challenging part comes because now you have to make this thing produce for you and your family, and now you got to start thinking long term. You got to start thinking about retirement. I was actually talking. Who was I talking to? Hmm, who was I talking to? I can't forget. I can't think who I was talking to, but I was telling them about the retirement and stuff, and um, oh, I know who I was talking to. I can't say who it is because they know they be watching. I have to hear about it. But they had bought insurance from somebody about 20, 30 years ago. They don't know what type of insurance they bought. They don't know what type of coverage or anything. But now the insurance has came to term, and they don't have any insurance. And because they're older now, it costs them an arm and a leg to get insurance. And I was trying to tell them that right now you don't need no life insurance as much. You need to, if you got enough money to put yourself in the ground, without being a burden on your family, just go ahead and set the money aside and put yourself in the ground. What you're more concerned with now is long-term care insurance. I was telling them, when you younger, in your early 20s and early 30s, when you just starting to get married, just starting to have a family, that's when you need to have life insurance because you haven't built up any assets, and your wife and family, they need your income. So normally, what we tell people is you need to get about. Well, it used to be 10%. I think now they say about 15%. Um, um, you need to get you need to get at least 100. It used to be 100%, or even 115% now of your yearly income. So back then, when I was making $100,000, I would get $1 million worth of insurance, and what that was for, if and I get term life, and what I've done that for, um, I would actually say, okay, if I was to die, um, I would what my wife would get $1 million. That $1 million is not for her to spend, but she would take that $1 million, throw it into just mutual funds, and mutual funds usually give out about 9 to 10% per year. So if my salary was 100,000, she could take that $1 million, put it in mutual funds, and she'd get $100,000 on average every year. Just like if, so then if my salary is still there, and she can her their lifestyle wouldn't change um, throughout. Even though I'm dead, it'd be like I'm still here. So you would do that. Now they say if you make 100,000, you need to get 115,000 just for the cost to manage the funds and for inflation and stuff. All right. So, but then they say, after you turn, you get term life, and term life 25, 30 years, whatever. By that time, you should be in the process of accumulating assets, meaning you buying real estate, you creating businesses. You got stuff that when you get to be older, like I am now, 50, some of my terms going to actually start to expire, but my kids are out of college. My house was paid for. I got assets. So if I was to die, my wife would be okay. She could cash in the assets and be okay. We got stuff that continue to give her money. So now I need to at 55. They tell, especially for men at 55, you need to go ahead and get what you call long-term care, because most of the time the men get sick fast first, and you don't want to have to. I don't want my wife to have to be toting me into the bathroom and try to get me out of bed and get me in the car. You can pay for somebody to come in, and actually that insurance will pay for somebody to come in and take care of you and stuff, and don't be a burden on your spouse and your kids, you able to have dignity in your later years, where you don't have to be a ward of the state or be a burden on people and look to people good grace to be able to help you. So at 55, that's when you switch over, and that's what I was telling him. I don't even know if you can get long term. I don't think you can afford to get long term care insurance. You want to get it at 55 while it's still cheap, just like you want to get life insurance in your 20s and 30s while it's still cheap. You don't wait till you get 70 something and think you're gonna go get life insurance or go get some long term care. They don't think they're gonna make enough money off of you then before you need to use it. It costs too much. So that's what I was telling him about that. As you get as we get older, get more into this business stuff, that's the stuff that we start having conversations about. How to keep our wealth, and how to keep growing our wealth, and don't and leaving a legacy. And that's when it gets hard. The repairing appliances is easy. When you start trying to build wealth, that's when it gets really hard. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. So I want to thank everybody for actually tuning in. Um, this, like I say, coming up this year, we're gonna be doing some great things. I have a lot of stuff planned out. Uh, We're gonna be meeting on Friday. Hopefully, Slick, myself, and Mike will be meeting. Start putting this stuff together for this skill trade boot camp. Uh, I got to go down to my frat house, so I take y'all along for that. I'm gonna be putting a ductless unit into our frat house, so I'll be doing that over the next couple, either next week or the week after. So I'll bring y'all along for that. Building out the first tiny little house, we're gonna be doing that. If you hadn't already, go over to Save, Invest, Repeat. I'm in the process now. We're redoing the ice cream parlor. I'm getting the ice cream parlor to where it's going to be making 250 to 300,000 a year. I got stuff going on there. You can see us actually we actually getting we doing the facelift up front. I'm doing that for the ice cream parlor. I'm gonna probably do it for the appliance boot camp also. Get a facelift on that, and and we got a lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff coming. Looking, like I say, I can't wait to get this get stuff going here. It's going to be great. And thank you all for watching. Like I say, we've got many appliance boot camps coming where we're going to be traveling to the different states. So be on the lookout for that. And once again, if you hadn't already, click the link in the description. Sign up for appliance boot camp. Um, this right here is great. This appliance repair business, it is great. We got the ice cream parlor business coming. So those people who have purchased right now the appliance boot camp, who have purchased the alumni that's in now, all that stuff grandfathered in. If they want to come to the mini camps in their area, they come free of charge. We're gonna start doing ice cream parlor camps. So if people want to come to the ice cream parlor camp, they be able to come here for that free of charge. They're grandfathered in. When we start going over into the mini camps, it won't be no grandfather then, and it's going to be a short time frame that you have access to the appliance boot camp. And the price will reflect that. You won't have a lifetime membership if you choose just to do the mini camp. You won't have a lifetime membership, and you won't be grandfathered in. So the people who are grandfathered in are the ones who actually bought it at this price and invested with us. Anything that we put out going forward, they'll be able to come to it and it won't be a cost. But those ones that didn't, that's going to come in later in with the actual discounted rates and stuff, you won't be grandfathered in. You won't be able to come to those things. You'll have to come to each individual one. So once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you hadn't already, sign up and like, subscribe, and share the videos with you. Okay, I'll talk to you all on Thursday. Bye bye.